Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome. It's February 6th, 2024. Almost our first full week through February, and I'm mad at it. Welcome to the Premarket Prep session. This is our daily session where we go over all the important news, notes, and trade ideas necessary to keeping you consistently profitable here across these markets. We did a great job of that yesterday with Eli Lilly getting the heads up on that last week, keeping those eyes peeled, and it came through with the absolute pay train here headed into earnings. So I'm not mad at it at all going into February or continuing February with the heavy pockets that we left January with. We're going to see if we can keep that going. Again, we don't expect anything in the market, but if it does present us with opportunities, we make sure that we are, putting ourselves in the best space to take advantage. So I'm happy to do that again here today. As always, we're here with the aim of getting 1% better. That's what we're trying to do each and every day. You continue to do that, amazing things will happen, right? That's how you catch your Eli Lillies, your Apples, your, insert other stock here, Meta. The list goes on and on and on. That's how that happens. That's how that comes about. That's how that manifests. So let's make sure we're putting our best foot forward and getting 1% better today. We can assure that it'll be a great day. Now, in terms of our top news, headline news, to the rescue. Hopes are building for a rescue of Chinese stocks after a drubbing that erased $7 trillion from mainland equities and shares in Hong Kong since their peaks in 2021. An expected rebound from the strict zero COVID measures has failed to materialize, prompting policymakers to consider new ways to stabilize the stock market, with risks to consumer confidence threatening another downward spiral. Quote, China's equity market followed up a very weak 2023 with another 10% loss just in the first 3 weeks of 2024. Now, in terms of growth challenges, two other major issues were recently flagged in Wall Street Breakfast that highlight the problems facing the world's second largest economy. Evergrande, the world's most indebted property developer, was finally ordered to liquidate last week, spelling further trouble for Chinese construction industry, which accounts for as much as a quarter of GDP. A long-term growth issue is related to demographics, with China's shrinking population set to sap the nation of a key source of labor and demand. Looking to end the country's stock market rout, fresh reports overnight suggested that Chinese regulatory commission, just that type of morning. We'll start from the top. Looking to end the country's stock market rout, fresh reports overnight suggested the China Securities Regulatory Commission and other regulators will soon update top authorities on a range of policy initiatives. China's blue chip CSI 300 index soared 3.5% on the news, while small cap equities recorded an even bigger jump, with the CSI 1000 index jumping 7%. Support could range from direct stimulus measures to those geared toward property stabilization, but investors sizing up the situation will be looking for concrete actions or a coordinated response to assuage their concerns. Now, will it impact the U.S.? Fed Chair Jay Powell touched on the matter during a 60 Minutes episode that aired on Sunday, saying China had moved away from a, quote, market-led growth model in favor of state-owned enterprises, and there was, quote, still too much associated with real estate investment. He also pointed out that economic relations are not deeply intertwined with the American financial system, but rather mostly consist of the U.S. buying Chinese manufactured products. As long as that is the case, that would mean minimal implications, according to Powell. We may feel them a bit, but they shouldn't be that large. And I agree with that. At the end of the day, that's the extent of our business dealings with China, and we have also been progressively decoupling with China in terms of their role in the manufacturing of like products, like tech products and things like that that are major here. So that's been a trend that we've been covering the past few years. That migration of manufacturing being moved out of China and into India. India is the new frontier. India is where the new gold rush is taking place. That's why you have Apple, moving production of iPhone parts and iPhone components to India, and they have been for a while now. And I think that exodus is only serving to further kind of deplete China and really run them through the mud. In terms of AI news here, riding the wave, Palantir Technologies surged 17.3% to $19.61 after hours on Monday as the enterprise software company's Q4 revenue topped expectations. Quote, our results reflect both the strength of our software and the surging demand we are seeing across industries for AI platforms, CEO Alex Karp declared. Quote, our U.S. commercial business continues to be a significant driver of our growth, a trend that we expect to continue. Investing group leader Ahan Vash as mixed guidance issued for 2024 was, quote, not exceptional. As of now, Palantir is not showing AI-powered hypergrowth. So yeah, I mean, Palantir, in the words of CeeLo Green, forget you, because we were on your last earnings, and you let us down, and you did nothing. And then now you want to run 17.3%. So read between the lines, Palantir. That's all I got to say. But yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is. We got AI surging everywhere, right? Same thing with SMCI last night, overnight. So we live in an AI world. In terms of regulation news, new rules aiming to fix structural issues in the $26 trillion Treasury market. The SEC is expected to adopt a rule today requiring proprietary traders and companies that regularly deal in U.S. Treasuries to register as broker dealers. New rule and a recently passed requirement for hedge funds to clear more of their Treasury trades centrally are aimed at boosting regulatory oversight. It would mark the biggest overhaul of the market in decades. Some concerns have also been include the increasing costs needed to participate in the industry, as well as unnecessary regulatory burden, liquidity drain, among others. In terms of tech news here, streamlining season, layoffs continue to roil across the sector, with more than 120 tech companies giving pink slips to a combined total of more than 32,000 employees during the first 5 weeks of 2024, according to layoffs.fyi. In 2023, tech firms made about 260,000 workers redundant. These companies are continuing to streamline costs and improve efficiencies amid constant pressure to match the growth and profit expectations of investors. Tech companies that have announced job cuts so far this year include Snap, PayPal, Google, Microsoft, Salesforce. It's only the second month of the year, right? And these layoffs are continuing. So again, 1% better every single day. Learn some AI stuff, learn some stock market stuff, learn to stand on your own and maintain your own economic vitality outside of whatever corporate structure you're in, because you don't know how long that corporate structure remains the same or until that restructure you, right? So just constantly get better, right? Get better. Iron sharpens iron. Take just a little bit of time each day, but it's worth it. In terms of today's markets, mixed bag. Japan down 0.5%, Asia, Hong Kong up 4%, China up 3.2%, India up 0.6%, London up 0.5%, Paris up 0.3%, Frankfurt down 0.1%, the Dow down 0.1%, S&P down 0.1%, Nasdaq down 0.1%. Crude oil up 0.6%, gold flat, Bitcoin down 0.8% to 42,823. Today's economic calendar here, we've got members of the Fed speaking, but nothing super important unless they slip up and say something jarring. It shouldn't affect what we have going on today. So we'll finish up here with our rapid fire stock news rundown. Let's see here. Novo, Catalent deal to ease Wegovy supply concerns. For you guys that don't know, Novo Nordisk, a stock that you've heard me talk about a number of times here, is super underrated, and they've shown that over the course of the past, 6 months. They basically have this issue where they're trying to they have a supply issue with Wegovy, which is their big obesity drug. And they're essentially acquiring this company, Catalent, and just taking a bunch of their manufacturing facilities and transforming them into Wegovy production facilities. So, that's one way to go about it. If you guys didn't know, sometimes companies have supply issues and they just go about and they buy other companies simply to make more of their own stuff. Caterpillar, ticker CAT, shares hit record high after earnings beat estimates. Virgin Galactic, ticker SPCE, reports flight issue to FAA amid ongoing review. Restaurant stocks fall as McDonald's warns on new pricing environment. Estee Lauder, ticker EL, rallies as job cuts overshadow downbeat guidance. Historic Southern California storm threatens flooding and landslides. Archer Daniels Midland, ticker ADM, faces DOJ probe on accounting practices. Alcoa sinks as Trump threatens tariffs on Chinese imports if reelected. And then NYCB's, ticker NYCB, NYCB's drastic financial moves followed tense talks with OCC. So that's pretty much it here today as we dive into what the market has going on for us. Let's make it another great day, people, right? Put one foot in front of the other. You don't have to cure cancer, end world hunger. Stop trafficking, illegal trafficking. You don't have to do that each and every day in order to feel good about yourself and feel good about what you did, right? You being here, that's an important part of feeling good about what you're going to do today. You executing, you asking questions, all of that is necessary in order to ensure your success, right? To make sure that we're standing at the top of that mountain over there. There we go. Right there. Forgot it's like the opposite side. So that you're standing at the top of the mountain by the end of that day and you put your head to that pillow and you can feel good about the work that you did, right? So let's put in another great day. Everybody have an amazing rest of the day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning for our next pre-market prep session. Have a good one.